Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Console Space podcast where we get together and talk about what's going on inside the console space. I'm your host, Sean Colangelo, and I'm joined by co-host, co-producer, the one and only, Slick Wick, Jonathan Porter. How's it going, JP?
It's going good, Sean.
Also joined by co-host, co-producer, the raddest dad you wish you had, Rob Kettlewell. How's it going, Rob?
It's going good, Sean.
All right. Switch back to JP. What are you playing, man?
Okay, so last podcast I lied. I'd never played Dragonheart on PS1, but I did go back and I started playing Front Mission 3 for the PS1, and it's actually really cool. It's a strategy game, Squaresoft, giant mechs, kind of like a Fire Emblem style, like on a grid.
Oh yeah, we were playing that. Yeah. We started playing it.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's cool in between missions and stuff. Like there's like a menu, and you like talk to the people in the area, and like there's a like an internet system. Like you can go on the computer, go on the internet, and look at websites, and it like gives you like the backstory for like certain things that are going on, and you can find like things to download. You can download like maps for like the training missions and stuff. And it's really cool. It's completely optional. Like you don't have to do the internet stuff, but you can go. It's weird. Like you can go online and explore the internet in between missions.
So what you're saying is like back in the 90s, the internet was like more of an option, and nowadays you kind of have to have it.
I guess.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, but it's a pretty fun game though. If I had to guess, I'd say I was probably like halfway through it by now, and yeah, it's cool.
You know,
giant mechs.
Speaking of the internet, I think I saw something similar, but it was called Rear Mission.
Oh yeah, I think that's a parody of that game.
Yeah, one of those Triple X parodies. But we won't get into that. I'm gonna keep it PG-13.
That probably exists.
What is that rule that if you think of it, it exists?
If you can think, or
if it exists,
there is a porn parody of it.
Okay.
So there's probably a Rear Mission as well, but I don't think it's made by Squaresoft.
I think it's made by Square Hard.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Right.
All right.
Rob,
well,
what do you?
Yeah, what's Rob been playing?
I'm gonna blow your minds with this one. I have
Okay.
not been playing a lot of games this week. It's been my dead week, so I've been like, I've lost control of my life.
Okay.
So in the few hours that I've had to play games, I have been playing Black Ops multiplayer.
Okay.
For PS3. Mm-hmm. And there's surprisingly still a lot of people online. But the problem is that once you start playing old like shooters online, everyone that's still playing them is either from like some country where they just got a PS3 and like just are just playing this game, or they're really, really good.
Because they've been playing since day one.
They are really, really good. So once in a while you'll like load into a lobby and it's just like a group of people that just get on and play this game, and you'll lose like 7,500 to like 500.
God.
Like you will just get killed. It's awful. But that's what I've been doing.
Nice.
That actually kind of recently happened to me. So me and a couple of my friends, we tried to re-enter the world of The Last of Us Online.
Oh, okay.
And like we were pretty good at it. Like, when it first came out. I mean, my God, I put about like 8 days of time into playing that game online, and like we would win most matches that we played. So we didn't really think we'd have much trouble, but man, these people just like, they've been playing it since for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And like we did okay, and we jumped back in, but like you would encounter these people that you were like,
how's it?
You can't do anything.
Yeah.
But
Sean, what have you been playing?
Well, I beat the Horizon add-on content. It was pretty good.
Is that your game of the year?
I would say probably. I think we're actually. I mean, unless you guys are opposed, here in about a month, I would like to film an episode where we discuss our games of the year.
Okay.
But I do.
There's a little sneak preview.
Yeah, a little sneak peek. I mean, I do think I would pick Horizon, but not completely sure. But I unfortunately gave EA some money, which I don't prefer to do. But
Ooh.
I know. Not for Star Wars, at least. The new NHL was recently half off, so I snagged it. I'm a big fan of NHL. I waste so much time playing those games.
Do they have loot boxes?
Not in the traditional sense. I mean, so you know the ultimate team modes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you can buy like card packs and get
Yeah.
players, but you don't have to do that. So I mean,
I see.
I was particularly interested in this NHL because there's a tool where you can expand with Vegas and pick your own players, and
Ooh.
it's really cool. And not only can you expand in with Vegas, but you can expand in with your own team, which I'm going to do next. And
Wheeling's getting an NHL team. Everybody look out.
well, we actually kind of already do in the virtual world. Me and Todd, our resident sports guy, that we do segments with weekly. Me and Todd, we like to play the EA Sports Hockey League, and we always make our team the Wheeling Thunderbirds,
Right.
and just kick ass. I mean, like we're early on in this one, so we don't have many stats yet. But in last year's edition, I think I averaged like 2 goals a game, so not too shabby. But playing NHL, still playing a lot of Fortnite. Again, not really my kind of game, but it's so much fun to play with friends. We actually last night we were playing, and we had at least 5 times where we actually got right to the very end, but we couldn't finish it off, and we kept getting second place. But several nights ago, there was an instance where we were the last team left. And then there was only one guy left. So it was 3-on-1, but we were still being really careful with the guy. So, but what we eventually did was they engaged him on both flanks. And then while he was occupied with them, I hit him with the sniper, and it was like, we won.
Nice.
That's cool.
Haven't played that yet.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I don't really like. I don't really prefer online shooters, but Fortnite is just so much fun to play with friends.
Yeah.
So that's about it, though. Just kind of still waiting for stuff to come out. Obviously, being primarily a fan of Sony, waiting on a lot of their games that are still yet to release until next year. So.
Something I wanted to mention, I saw online in the Dark Souls franchise, the game Demon Souls that was out for PS3 before Dark Souls. The servers are going offline in February.
Oh wow! I didn't even realize they were still on.
Yeah, they're still on.
That's crazy.
So if you want to play Demon Souls, you can still play it after the servers are off, but to have all the features that invading people's games and leaving messages and all that stuff,
Yeah.
got to play it before February now.
Well, speaking of Demon Souls, because I'm not really a Dark Souls guy. I was introduced through all that through Bloodborne.
Oh yeah.
Which man, I had a hell of a time with that game. I mean, once you get used to it,
Yeah.
It's actually. What they say is true. It's very fun and very rewarding. But my God, I remember when I bought Bloodborne, I couldn't get past that first part for probably a week.
Yeah.
It was just it's just such a challenge from what you're used to. I really enjoyed Bloodborne. And I remember a couple years ago, I got for $5, I got Demon Souls. I was like,
Okay.
screw it, why not? And I like tried playing it, and it's just not happening. You know what I mean? Like just so old and rough, and I was like, this is just not happening. And like kind of had the same thing with the first 2 Dark Souls games. I was just like, I just like couldn't make myself trudge through them. 3, however,
3's a lot like Bloodborne.
that's what attracted me to because like when it first came out, I was like, well, I didn't really enjoy 1 and 2, so I probably shouldn't buy 3. But once I saw gameplay of 3 and how fluid it was, I was like, 3 really is the perfect cross between the Souls games and Bloodborne. It's like perfect. So I really enjoyed 3 and was actually was actually able to pretty efficiently play through it. Now, I'm sure the hardcore would say that I just need to get good,
Right.
and they're probably right. I know a lot of people complained about 3 being too easy, but it was plenty enough of a challenge for me personally. So, but whatever.
Yeah. I really like Demon Souls. There's a few things I like about Demon Souls even better than the first Dark Souls, but yeah, if you like Dark Souls and you've never played Demon Souls, check it out soon, I guess. Yeah.
Do it. On that note, main topic. It's a weird. It's not that random because we're in the holidays, but because it's that time of year, I got to thinking about holiday exclusives because each year this rolls around, you'll see all these like all these articles that are saying like, oh, it's that time of year. So we're gonna exclude Nintendo from this only because the Wii U kind of came out like in that kind of weird frame of time. And obviously we have the Switch now. But I remember about last year, when the console space was still in its just still in the form of writing. I wrote an article, just kind of talking about how interesting it was that Sony each year since the launch of the PS4 hasn't really dropped a big game that is like only on their platform around this time of year, and it hasn't hindered them at all. And I just think that's kind of interesting because I think exclusives are really important, but I don't know if
I guess it used to be a bigger thing to drop a big exclusive for Christmas. So.
Yeah, like it seems like it's not quite as important to them, at least. Microsoft, they had a couple years that were, where they kind of emphasized that, and then, it's like we look at this year where they're like, well, hey, we have this new console, and they like pretty much like have no games for it. So, so what I wanted to do was just go through the years and see, what they actually did drop. So Sony 2013 launched with Killzone and Knack.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed those games a lot, but they weren't great games. 2014, really nothing around the holidays. Probably their biggest game that year was the new Infamous, which was in like March of 2014.
Oh, remember Drive Club? They wanted Drive Club to be a big thing, and it didn't really take off either.
Yeah, it's just my understanding is that it was a pretty good game, but the launch was so botched.
Yeah.
It just couldn't really recover from its launch. 2015 obviously was either Bloodborne, which was also
That came out in February.
yeah. So and then The Order was like a month prior, but it obviously kind of flopped. And then Until Dawn was later that summer, but still nothing really around the holidays. 2016, the big one there was Uncharted 4, which was in May. They did release the Last Guardian was around the holidays, but that's not really like a big I mean,
It's a little bit more of a niche.
yeah.
So, like people who knew about it were excited for it, but
Yeah, I would say.
or people who were fans of the old games, I guess.
And then this year, I mean, we saw Horizon, which was on the last day of February, and they did have Neo and Nier, but those were actually by third parties, though. But still, those were in March and April, I think. So once again, like nothing. Well, and then there was a new Uncharted again, but that was in August. So, I mean, Sony like pretty much hasn't had a
Gran Turismo.
Yeah. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on Gran Turismo? Because
I honestly haven't heard a whole lot about the newest one. I know it has VR support, but I haven't really heard much about it, to be honest.
I'm not a racing sim fan, so I couldn't really tell you, but like it seems to me...
I normally like Gran Turismo, but I haven't played one in a while.
Yeah.
I know they haven't released one in a long time, so...
It seems to me like pretty much like every time one comes out, they get reviewed and people are like, it's pretty good, but it's not Forza.
Right.
That's just what everyone's saying.
The thing that I didn't like about Gran Turismo, I don't know if they ever fixed it because I haven't played like the last two versions of it, was they have all these like licensed cars and they'll take like some cosmetic damage, but like it wouldn't really like, if you crash the car into a wall, it's not gonna like stop the car from running. Like you can't just like smash the car to like a point where it's not gonna run anymore.
Yeah.
I think it was because of like the license they had on the cars.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just pretty crazy to me that like Sony, they just haven't really even had to have one, and they've done completely fine with like releasing most of their big games are like in the springtime. And I mean, I don't know like if that's by design, probably not. But it works out because like this time of year is usually when all the big third parties, launch their games. So it kind of works out for us because it just spreads things throughout the calendar. Shifting over to Microsoft, they launched, of course, with the Forza. Because,
Zoo Tycoon.
Zoo Tycoon.
In 2013. I had that game in like 2004 on the PC.
Yeah.
Catch up Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Their big two were Forza 5 and I guess...
Horizon.
Yeah. So not really much crazier than what Sony was offering at the time. 2014, another Forza, the Master Chief Collection, Sunset Overdrive, which was a great game, but it just flopped. It just didn't sell very well. 2015,
Forza.
another Forza. Okay. So 2015 actually was a time where they released Halo 5 from the holidays, which is big.
Yeah.
So so that's definitely one to note. Also, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Is that a holiday release too?
Yeah. So that was actually a pretty good year for the holidays for Microsoft. And same thing with the following year, 2016. They launched the new Gears. So that's big. Quantum Break was in the spring and actually didn't sell that well either. And this year
They drop a Forza every year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This year has been,
Wait a minute.
not a great year.
Wait a minute. 2013 gets Zoo Tycoon. 2017 gets Zoo Tycoon Ultimate Animal Collection.
There you go.
There you go.
Now it's...
So it took 4 years to get the expansion pack for Zoo Tycoon on Xbox.
Maybe they might even upgrade it for Xbox One X.
Gotta get those graphics, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not playing it until then. Let's be honest.
Waiting it out.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, 2017, Microsoft had to cancel Scalebound and push back Crackdown. So I mean, they've had...
Did Crackdown come out?
No.
Okay.
No, they were supposed to launch that with the Xbox One X, and they pushed it back. So I mean, it launched pretty much just with Forza 7. That's about it. And again, I don't even mean to sound like I'm trying to rag Microsoft here, because in terms of holiday exclusives, they've done better than Sony has. But it's just kind of interesting to me that Sony like hasn't really had. I mean, again, we're 4 years into this generation now, and Sony, they really just haven't had a big holiday exclusive, and it just it hasn't hindered them whatsoever. And so it just kind of makes you wonder how important exclusives really are. I mean, I do think they're important to a degree, but apparently it's not the end of the world.
Maybe it's just with the demographic for like people who play games getting older. Maybe it just doesn't matter. They just don't need to buy them during Christmas anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, true. And you know what might have something to do with it is particularly because of how cheap stuff that's already been released gets on Black Friday.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
right. It's almost a time to buy the games that have already been released throughout the year.
Yeah, it's like particularly with the new Assassin's Creed, I couldn't believe they already cut that game in half because it was only out for a month. But that generally doesn't happen,
Yeah.
So I mean, Microsoft's not going to release a Halo in around this time and then be like, oh, hey, it's half off on Black Friday. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, something that new.
Right.
I mean, that's why, a lot of the deals on Black Friday, like they didn't, it's like, you didn't see, Mario Odyssey half off.
Right.
Because it just came out.
You might not ever see it half off.
That's a good point. Like the new GTA. Where it just won't ever drop in price.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess we've obviously been kind of like thinking of reasons as we've spoken about it. But I guess I just wondered what else you guys thought of that.
I don't know. Let's move on. No, I'm just kidding.
Bob, you have a business mind.
I think Sony definitely knew they didn't have any huge titles coming up, and that's why they had the huge Black Friday $199 console thing.
Yeah.
So I think their thinking was, we don't have a huge title coming out, so we'll just drop the price of the console to get more consoles out there, and then we'll make all these games half off, so they'll buy these games with this console. So you just kind of expand your reach to how many consoles you have out there, like people buying games later on.
Yeah, and then they'll probably release something in February again.
And I mean, PlayStation, honestly, at this point, they're probably making more money off the store than they are off the individual
downloads
games. Yeah.
That's true too. Yeah.
I mean, I think they're really trying to push for PS View. I think that probably fell into them trying to get these consoles out there. Was just trying to get that. They're trying to get into that subscription market to kind of compete with Netflix and Amazon.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you just were saying, drop something in February.
Yeah.
Detroit Become Human.
Okay.
I can almost promise you that'll release probably in February or March.
Yeah.
So wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Maybe even the new God of War somewhere in there too.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm so pumped for next year. Because I'm just again, I mean, this has been a good year for Sony. Just a lot of what they've released, I guess, hasn't just caught my other than Horizon, which obviously is it's very early in the year. So I've been chomping at the bit for 2018. I'm so ready for 2018. I'm come on, let's do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's somewhat further proof that the average casual gamer is not really concerned about that. They just want a cheap, solid machine that's going to run, COD, Madden, FIFA, whatever.
Yeah, and I know for me, there's been a lot of good games that have come out that I just haven't had a chance to play yet. So yeah, Black Friday comes around, you get to pick some of those up, and you don't really need another game to buy in December. But so yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, any other input?
No, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be interesting to see, obviously, what happens, with the Xbox One X. I mean, obviously, I can pretty much guarantee you about a year from now they'll be dropping a new Halo, which will be pretty big. That'll be a good holiday exclusive, obviously. Sony once again will probably drop. I mean, again, Detroit, Spider-Man, the new God of War. What's the other one? Days Gone.
Yeah.
Those look like they're pretty much all going to drop probably in the spring and summer of next year. One of them might drop around the fall of 2018. Possibly.
Red Dead's coming eventually.
Yeah, that's the thing is you do want to steer clear of Red Dead. I'm hoping we see Red Dead gameplay at E3.
I hope so.
And then they say, hey, this game is going to be out in 4 or 5
They've
months.
showed pictures of it and it looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
I hope it ends up being really good. It scares me. 2K Games released a thing pretty much saying that from now on all of our games are gonna have microtransactions and
All that.
yeah. So hopefully they just keep it to whatever online aspect of Red Dead has, and the actual single player is really good like the first one. I mean that'll still suck for the online, but hopefully there's something in there that's still really good.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath for seeing Red Dead at E3. I mean, you'd like to think that we will,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't shock me if it's just completely MIA.
I could see what you were saying. I could see it being a lot like Rockstar's other stuff, like GTA, where on the online stuff, people just spend gobs of money,
Right.
but the storyline isn't really
They'll get-
impeded.
Yeah. Right. Hopefully, I imagine that's probably what it'll be like.
Yeah.
GTA, buying the shark cards, and now you're probably buying some old-timey bags of gold or something. So,
Bags of chew.
yeah. Tobacco, bags of tobacco or something, yeah.
I could see, and the thing that I'm thinking about is once Red Dead does drop, there's going to be add-on content dropping 6 months or a year after that.
Yeah.
Either another zombie edition or just an added story or something.
Yeah. I have high hopes for the gameplay, so.
I do too.
It'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be amazing. Like I said, with any luck, we'll see it in about 6 months at E3, and then they'll be like, hey, this is coming out, in the fall of 2018, but doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Well, you want to see it?
Yeah.
Do you want to move on to our last segment?
Yeah, let's do it. Rob, pick some winners.
There's,
You have some picked out?
no, but the PlayStation ones are usually the best. There's a couple Dreamcast.
They are definitely the best.
Um,
I'm gonna pick. Ooh. You can have this one,
okay. All right.
and I will take this one.
All right.
Which one do you got?
I have Gauntlet Legends
Okay.
by Midway,
For Dreamcast.
Sega Dreamcast.
And I got
Sega Dreamcast.
Twisted Metal 2 for PS1.
The Greatest Hits Edition.
Sadly. All right.
Sadly. Exactly.
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 Okay, this one's not too crazy. It's a whole new world to blow away with new cars, new battlegrounds, and new killer combat. Now with smarter, deadlier, deeper battles for worldwide creative killing behind the wheel. Set the world on fire. New combo attacks, freeze them, slam them, and blow them away. Invent your own. New advanced attacks, over 20 specials and secret moves. Hint, think button sequences. That's a really good hint. Think button sequences. Because if you press a sequence of buttons, something might happen.
Maybe.
Maybe a new advanced attack.
These are games that actually came with manuals, so it probably tells you how to do it in the manual.
It does tell you how to do the advanced attacks in the manual. New special weapons and pickups, bulldozer body slams, tornado spins, specters of death, remote control and ricochet bombs, and more. Wait, remote control and ricochet bombs and more. Okay. New battlegrounds, 8 bigger and brighter multi-level battlegrounds from around the world. So the levels are brighter. New 2-player battles, head-to-head and co-op modes on skyscrapers, subways, cracking ice and molten lava. Destroy world landmarks and bridges. New challenges, find hidden areas, mystery cars, teleporters, and secret passageways. All right. And Electronic Gaming Monthly said everything the first one was and much more. And this... Are you reading something on there?
No, I was just laughing. It's like the first game, but it's better.
Electronic Gaming Monthly said, I don't know, it was good.
I don't know. I don't get paid to write this.
Yeah, this is like one of the best Twisted Metal games. So 989 Studios.
Oh, yeah, they used to make Game Day. Remember that football game, Game Day? It competed with Madden.
Oh yeah.
989 Sports.
Which is
Good studio.
Yeah, this is Sony and 989 Studios.
NFL Game Day 98
Yeah.
is the one I have.
I got
And
99.
Single Track Studio.
That was a good game. It was way better than Madden then.
All right, I think that's it.
All right. We got Gauntlet Legends for the Sega Dreamcast. Out of conflict, legends are born. 1 to 4 players pit themselves against the vile demon Scorn and his rampaging armies. Save the realms using power-ups, magic skills, and items of legend at your disposal. Increase your character's abilities as you play in preparation for the final confrontation. Scorn himself. Oh, shit. Yeah. 4 new classes. 12 characters, including 4 hidden and 4 brand new ones. Dwarf, Sorceress, Knight, and the incomparable Jester. You can be a Jester?
I think so.
Huh. Yeah, this one isn't really that great either. There is a Gauntlet giveaway. You mail in your proof of purchase from Gauntlet Legends for the Sega Dreamcast to receive Gauntlet Legends pewter miniatures. Complete details inside package while supplies last. Offer ends 12/31/2000. Actual figures made different from the one shown. It's been real small print, even smaller than this one.
So I don't know. We can still try.
I mean,
It's not that far.
they might
out.
still have them. We should look on eBay and see if they exist.
We should.
We'll do that after this.
All right.
Rated T for teen, animated blood and violence. What is that? M?
T.
T.
Actually, yeah. T for animated blood, animated violence.
Huh. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
By the old Midway
This one has
Sega.
There's like people that walk around in this. You can set on fire and like you can run people over with cars.
Weren't
I'm
the-
surprised.
Were the
it's
later
T.
ones M?
I think so. I think Twisted Metal Black was M.
Yeah, it for sure was.
I don't know about 3 or. I don't know about 3.
Well, it's coming in November.
It's coming in November, so we'll find out. We'll find out anytime now.
We'll see. All right. I think that's all we got.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Comment. If you didn't, comment and tell us why. We appreciate all feedback. And we will do it again next week, boys. Until next time.
All right.
See you then.
See ya.